I am sitting right next to Eddie Wang, and thanks to Eddie Wang, I have an exhibitor badge here at the NAMM show. So thank you very much for that, Eddie.
You're welcome.
How are you doing for this NAMM show? Is it, do you feel good?
Yeah, well, I woke up a couple hours ago, so we'll see.
Okay, excellent. Before we show your beautiful amplifier, tell me a little bit more about your story. How did you become a guitar builder, amp builder? Sorry.
Well, when I was starting out as in a band and artist and playing guitar, I didn't have much money, and I liked the nice stuff, so I learned how to build it myself 20, 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who would you say are your main influence regarding guitar building?
Guitar or amp?
Amp building. You see, I am completely jet lagged again, so I'm going to say guitar instead of amp, so sorry about that.
Yeah, I would say, like everyone else, Fender and Vox, but then I started doing my own thing 20 years ago, so it's almost hard to say.
Yeah. And what would you say is the special, your own DNA regarding your amplifier?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
How long
I only ask, we have some time, no problem.
Okay, you want it in 2 sentences or 50? Because
you choose.
Okay, 2 sentences.
Okay.
Well, I just don't think amplifier designs peaked in the 1960s.
Okay.
So I think with today's knowledge, we can do a lot better, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Give me an example of the progress we can make regarding tube amplifier, because it is a 70-year-old or about 80-year-old technology, so this is old stuff, and we can still make improvement on this.
Yes, because tubes are pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like little light bulbs. Yeah. So I mean, a lot of amp builders, or modern companies that kind of copy old designs, but when they made these amps in the 50s and 60s, they were designing it for players then. But today's players are different than.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
60 years ago. So what I try to do is design amplifiers for today's musicians, but also because we also do know a little bit more about tubes today than they did back in 60 years ago, we can optimize it. But I also try to simplify it as much as possible. So like one example is a simpler circuit, I think, maximizes feel and musicality.
Okay.
At the same time, all my amps have a wattage control, so they all go down to half a watt, because honestly, no one can really play 100 watts at full volume anymore.
What? What do you say?
What? Yeah. So now that way you can keep the volume control where you like it, and just turn down the wattage to where you are.
And I have to vouch that Eddie has a common booth with Rainer Tausch, and Rainer was exhibiting at a guitar show he organized near in Paris, in Puteaux, and he brought one of your amp, so I had the opportunity to try. I don't remember the model, but the sound was really amazing, so I can vouch that the Eddie Wang amplifier are really good. All right, so let me switch the camera. So this is the beautiful amps you brought, so let's do maybe a quick visit. Which amp do you want to introduce?
Yeah, you want to start with a small one right there? I don't know if you want my finger in there.
Please.
Yeah, so this small one is called the Quantum Zen. It goes from all the way down to half a watt up to 15 watts. It's all point-to-point wiring. I use the best components. Sour Sound, who makes the best transformers, makes my transformers.
Okay.
And then all my amps. This is not just for this one, but I handpick all the woods to try to find the best sounding woods. And this is something I think a lot of companies don't do, because most people think of an amp as the cabinet as just a box to hold the speakers.
Yeah. It makes a difference to have
a big difference.
But is it regarding the quality of the wood, or the rigidity, or all of the above? Or?
Yeah, the sound.
Yeah.
Because just like when you pick up 2 acoustic guitars, you can tell one, if a luthier pays attention to how to tune the top and make it sound nice, you can, as a musician, you can feel that. Sometimes the audience can't hear it, but as a musician, you can feel it. And I'm all about trying to inspire the musician, because inspired musicians play nice.
Excellent. Let's present another amplifier. So this was the little one, combo. Maybe, I don't know, tell me. This one, okay.
Yeah, so this is Polaris. It's kind of the 30-watt version of the Quantum Zen. So instead of EL84s, I use EL34s. And this one goes down to 1 watt. but the basic circuitry is the same. The transformer is a lot bigger, so it just gives you a bigger, more open sound. And then the cool thing in the back is the baffle. I actually use 2 different types of woods to make the baffle. I use a sapele, which kind of gives a mahogany-like sound.
Okay.
Kind of like what mahogany does to guitars, kind of emphasizes the low mid-range and kind of gives a big piano-like woody bottom. This one is actually loud enough where that kind of construction you can really hear that difference.
Yeah, and I guess 30 watt for a tube amplifier is usually pretty loud, right?
Pretty loud. But it goes down to 1 watt, so if you don't like it too loud, which is how I play it, maybe 5 watts.
And tell me everything about the head that we have here, the Polaris. Is that the same version but as a head format?
Yeah, actually, I just built this really quick because it's actually trying to showcase the cabinet. So the cabinet is a brand new design. I don't know if you can see the pictures on top, where I actually carve out the wood panels on the inside and acoustically tune it to kind of emphasize that big piano-like woody, kind of like what a soundboard on a piano does to a piano.
Okay, and so that's the kind of details that really makes a difference regarding the cabs.
Yeah, a little different.
Okay.
But as a musician, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And that's what's most important.
Excellent. I love it. If people want to have more information about what you do, what is your website and where are you based in the US?
I'm based in Portland, Oregon, United States, and the website is just EddieWangInstruments.com, EDDIEWANG Instruments.com.
Okay, excellent. And let's say Rainer Tosh is coming back to the Puto Festival I organized this year. Are you coming with him?
If you want to buy my airplane ticket, yeah.
Okay. Rainer is going to take care of this. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
okay.
he's rich. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, we all know that all the guitar builders are very rich, right?
Super rich. They make
almost as rich as the NAMM builder.
Yeah, almost. They can almost afford like a car, maybe to eat 2 times a day. Maybe a coffee too, if you're lucky.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Yeah, it's like coffee or yacht. Which one do I want? I think I want a coffee.
Excellent. Eddie, thank you very much for this first interview. And again, thank you for letting me have one of your exhibitor badges. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.